I think I say slay like 30 times in this video. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't worry, I am too. And before we begin, I want to dedicate this video to President Coin from the Hunger Games, because today we are going to be answering the age-old question, why do villains slay? Asking why do villains slay, I'm referring to the phenomenon where villains are given the best of a series, whether it be lines, costumes, or scenes. Just think of any iconic movie moment, whether it be a song, an entrance, or a reveal. More often than not, those kinds of things are given to villains. Today, we're going to pick apart 3 of my favorite villains and try to answer the question, why do villains slay? To start off, we're going to cover a recent favorite of mine, Makima from Chainsaw Man. Makima is the main antagonist of the series from chapter 1 up until, spoiler, her death in chapter 96. Her crimes include but certainly are not limited to mass murder, psychological abuse, and grooming. Yikes. However, she slays. Jokes aside, why do I think she slays? Well, Makima, she carries herself in this very high manner where she goes into every interaction thinking that she's better than the other person because, well, she kinda is. She does have control over this situation. In Chainsaw Man, there's these things called devils, and Makima is the control devil, so she can manipulate any person or situation to end up in her favor. She's literally in control of every aspect of her life. She's beyond self-confident in her abilities as a devil, and more importantly for this video, as a woman. Most devils do not look like Makima, to say the least. They usually look like the manifestation of the fear that spawns them. For example, the tomato devil. The tomato devil spawns from the fear of tomatoes, and it looks like a tomato. However, Makima just looks like a normal human woman. She uses her appearance to her utmost advantage to manipulate and seduce the main characters into doing whatever she wants. If anything, her appearance enhances her abilities as a control devil exponentially, but it also enhances her ability to slay. Over the course of the series, she's given a variety of outfits that are tailor-made to fit the aura she wants to give off, and today we will be covering 3 of them. The first look I want to talk about today is her standard outfit, suit and tie with an oversized coat. While it may seem simple, the largeness of her coat when compared to the rest of her figure automatically surrounds her with a grander, more intimidating air. It is much easier to recognize her as a threat. Very slay. The second look I want to discuss is her date look. I feel kind of bad justifying it as a date because, as stated before, Makima is a groomer. Yikes. Unfortunately for me, she slays very hard in this outfit. She uses this outfit to convey an air of innocence, cuteness, and vulnerability to lure her victim in and use him. And for the record, grooming is not good, it is not slay. But this outfit is. Last but not least, my favorite look of hers, Makima's black dress. As far as I can tell, this look serves absolutely no purpose other than to serve looks. She's here for a good time, and not for a long time, and I do appreciate that about her. What more can I say? I can't really say anything. In conclusion, she slayed. The second character we're going to be discussing today is one very near and dear to my heart, Anakin Skywalker. More specifically, Anakin from episode 3. Sorry to all my Clone Wars fans out there. In case you're unaware, in case you've been living under a rock for the past 20 years, Anakin Skywalker is the protagonist of Star Wars episodes 1, 2, and 3. In episode 3, spoilers I guess for all of Star Wars, he turns to the dark side and becomes Darth Vader. His crimes include, but are not limited to, mass murder, normal murder, and genocide. Ooh, fun. In the words of Mike's Mike,
This is a PR disaster.
Anakin, in the first 2 movies of the trilogy, does not slay. Far from it, actually. In the first movie, he is a little boy, and in the second one, he hates sand. His personality is absolutely atrocious, and to this day, I have no idea how he managed to pull Padme. Fortunately, though, she's slayed enough for both of them combined. Episode 3 is where Anakin really starts to slay on his own. In Episode 3, Anakin is the most confident we've ever seen him. He's now a seasoned veteran of the Clone Wars and has graduated from the rank of Padawan to full-fledged Jedi Knight. He is even appointed to the Jedi High Council. However, and this is the tricky part, he is not appointed to the rank of Master, which is so silly because everyone else on that council is a Master. Whoa, crazy. He finds it unjust that he's not a Master, and this very thing is what sets him down to the path to the dark side. Uh-oh. His self-assuredness is what brings him to his downfall, but I would argue he slays the most in his downfall, both literally and figuratively. Once Anakin becomes Darth Vader, the sky is the limit for slaying. From the beginning of the film, we see Anakin donning a new set of all black robes, cementing his decision to fully descend to the dark side. This portrayal of Anakin, in my humble opinion, is the best of anything in the franchise. In my opinion, it's only because of Hayden Christensen's performance, like his physical acting. It is phenomenal. He hits every single beat correctly, whether it be his emotionality, the fight scenes, which are really, really good, and even the way he breathes. It's crazy. His line delivery, however, that's a story for another day. Anakin's costume only enhances the meaning and emotion behind Christensen's performance. As Darth Vader, Anakin has to portray everything and everyone he has ever known. He forsakes the organization that took him in as a child, his mentor and closest friend Obi-Wan, and, in the end, his wife, the person who he turned to the dark side to save. Not very slay. But it does take an immense amount of willpower, and I do commend him for that. At the end of the day, his name became synonymous with the Empire because of his drive to succeed. Very slay of him. Last, but certainly not least, we have the person who inspired this video in the first place, President Alma Coin from the Hunger Games. You know, I've been thinking a lot about the Hunger Games lately because it's been trending on TikTok. We're going through the Hunger Games Renaissance. So I was like, why not just rewatch all the movies and witness President Coin's slay in real time? President Coin is the leader of District 13 of Panem and is the leader of the rebellion against the capital. She rules District 13 with an iron fist and absolutely slays while doing it. President Coin is introduced in the final book of the series, Mockingjay, and does the absolute most with the short time we know her. Her crimes include, but are not limited to, terrorism, tyranny, and various war crimes, but mainly firebombing medical personnel. That does in fact violate the Geneva Convention. Not slay at all. She does all of these things in the name of the rebellion. However, they don't slay. Her looks, however, that's where she really does slay. While she doesn't seem like the type, Coin highly values her appearance. In the book, Katniss describes Coin as 50 or so, with gray hair that falls in an unbroken sheet to her shoulders, without a flaw, a wisp, or even a split end. Her eyes are gray, but not like those of people from the scene. They're very pale, as if almost all the color has been sucked out of them, color of slush that you wish would melt away. Katniss even recalls staring at Coin's hair, trying to discern if it was a wig or not. It is essential for Coin to appear cold and stoic and really put together to emphasize the control she has over her district. Coin's standard outfit, in all honesty, isn't much to write home about. She wears the same jumpsuit as all of District 13. Despite being the leader, she conveys that she is one of them through the way she dresses. Even when addressing the entire district, she dons the uniform of her people. Everything changes though. Whenever Coin usurps the presidency of Panem, she no longer needs to present herself as an equal to gain support from the districts. She needs to present herself as a leader. Her masterful use of the art of deception is the key to her confidence in her image and her plan. She's now the leader, the beacon of stability in Panem. She beholds herself as a member of the upper echelon of society, sporting an all-light gray suit and coat with a freshly cut bob. Girl, that bob slays! This is the pinnacle of her status as a threat to both Katniss and Panem. Katniss puts Coin's threat on par with President Snow, who is the person Coin usurped the presidency from. Like Snow, to a certain extent, Coin believes that appearance is everything. That's why she entrusted Katniss with the role of Mockingjay after all. The districts needed a familiar face to rally behind, and who better to do in the Katniss Everdeen? The Girl on Fire. The Girl on Fire, however, would be President Coin's downfall. In my opinion, Coin slays the most in her death. Let me set the scene from Coin's perspective. You have just completed your life's mission. You are the ruler of the country that has forsaken you and your people. You are in complete and utter control. You are addressing the nation as your only political opponent is tied up below you, facing execution. The executioner is your pawn, the face of the rebellion. She draws her arrow, ready to strike, and points it up at you, shooting it directly into your heart. Oh my god. Tell me that isn't fierce. You can't. It's so slay. I know that, Katniss is the one that kills her, but, she does it in such a slay way. And then, Coin falls over perfectly, just barely off the stage, with one trickle of blood coming from her mouth, and it pools off the stage. Iconic. Easily one of the best moments in the entire franchise. This cements Coin as beyond slay. There is an actual non-comedic way to answer the question, why do villains slay? But that involves some serious topics such as discrimination, the Hays Code, and homophobia. And I could talk about that, but this is my video, and I don't want to talk about that, so we're not going to. So the answer I will be giving to all of you today for the question, why do villains slay, is that they are abundantly confident and self-assured. You don't believe in yourself? How can you believe in anything else? Can I get an amen? Well, that was the end of my video. If you want to see more like this from me, comment something below, like, and subscribe. I guess I'll see y'all later. See ya!